a male child named King Crockett. We are looking for a dark colored Pontiac or Mitsubishi.
That was Bibb County Sheriff David Davis giving us some information about the suspect who was involved in a triple shooting and kidnapping of a 2-year-old child last night. We'll have more on that story in just a few minutes. Good morning. It is Wednesday, April 1st, and you're watching WGXA Morning News on Fox 24. I'm Victoria Cardenas.
And I'm Terrell Bailey. Yeah, happy April. This morning we wanted to show you that we are practicing social distancing here at WGXA. Amaris Jenkins, she's actually outside of that newsroom this morning, and Gary Thigpen, he's over there in that Skywatch Weather Center, standing 6 feet away.
And we do want to give you another look of the studio. It's a full view right now. We do want to give you some peace of mind at home that we are practicing social distancing even here in the studio, following those CDC guidelines. Well, right now we are following some of that developing news from Macon. Let's bring in our own Amaris Jenkins, who's live in the newsroom this morning. Good morning, Amaris. What is the latest on that shooting?
Good morning, and that's correct. Throughout the show, I'll be checking in with the latest breaking news, and let's get straight to it. That overnight triple shooting in Macon has now turned into a kidnapping investigation, excuse me. Now, the shooting happened on Moreland Avenue just before 9:30. According to the Bibb County Sheriff's Office, when deputies arrived at the home, they found 3 people shot and 1 woman with injuries. So far, I can tell you there was a fight between 29-year-old Caesar Zamian Lamar Crockett Jr. and his child's mother. Deputies say Crockett pulled out a gun during the fight and allegedly shot her mother, stepfather, and sister, killing them. Now, Crockett then left the scene with his 2-year-old son, King Kane Crockett. Deputies believe he is driving a black 2007 Pontiac G5 with a drive-out tag on it. Crockett is now wanted for 3 counts of murder and 1 count of kidnapping.
We think this was a situation everybody knew each other.
This is going to be a domestic situation. There's no doubt about it. I just can't stop praying. I just can't. I mean, this is our community. You see what's going on. I just can't stop.
Now, Crockett is believed to have family in Florida and California. Of course, if you know anything about this, you are urged to contact the Bibb County Sheriff's Office at that number on your screens or dial 911. Back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Amaris. And now we have turned to Wednesday, and it is a bit chilly this morning, a lot cooler than it was just a few days ago. Luckily, we do have Gary Thigpen in the Skywatch Weather Center. Good morning, Gary. What can we expect on this chilly Wednesday?
Well, good morning, Victoria. Also to you, Terrell. This morning it's cooler this morning, but the good news is the severe weather is out of here. Having to deal with a tornado watch yesterday, several severe thunderstorm warnings across our area, much quieter to the start of April. And a little chilly. Looking at downtown Macon right now, this is our Wilson Bryant Heating and Air Skycast Network. We can see it's 47 degrees. Winds from the northwest, and you can already see above the banner here a little bit of light coming from the sun. Sunrise this morning at 7:22. Now let's take a look at your commute forecast. As you head out this morning, you'll encounter dry conditions and clear skies. And as you head home this afternoon, beautiful sunny skies and dry conditions once again. Temperatures across the state right now, we're at 42 at Gainesville, 44 in Athens, 47 here in Macon, and 45 over in Dublin. Checking out down in Valdosta and Albany, they're both at 49, and Columbus is at 44. And your day planner by today will be 48 degrees by 9 a.m. with a lot of sunshine by 12 noon. We'll still be in the upper 50s at noon today. And we'll top out today in the upper 60s, but look all across the board. We got that sunshine that's going to be with us. It's going to be a breezy day as well as we take a look at what we're expecting wind gusts. And right now the winds are making it feel a little cooler than it is as you head out. So keep in mind, we do have that little bit of wind chill with us. Winds are going to be with us pretty much all day today, around 15, 20 miles per hour. So that'll even make the upper 60s feel a little bit cooler today. So just be prepared for that.
All right, thanks, Gary. And this is new video coming from Eufaula, Alabama after storms moved through the area yesterday. The damage is from a radar confirmed tornado. You can see the damage from high above this golf course, and the homes there were badly damaged. The National Weather Service is expected to survey this damage within the next few days.
And back here at home, 2 employees at the Frito-Lay plant in Perry have tested positive for COVID-19. According to a statement from the company, those 2 employees are quarantined and are receiving medical care. No other details can be released at this time, but the company says products, employees, and the community remains the top priorities. Officials say everyone who came into contact with those employees has been notified. Meantime, the CDC and FDA reports there's no evidence that food or food packaging is associated with the spread of COVID-19.
And a mid-state courtroom will soon open up virtual court hearings. The Macon Judicial Circuit is linking up with Georgia prisons, eliminating the need for inmates to be driven to court for hearings. Instead, inmates can remain in prison and interact with the judge or their attorney through a secure video link. Officials say the Macon Judicial Circuit is the third jurisdiction to put the telecourt video conference technology into place. And Macon Judicial Circuit District Attorney David Cook says his office pledged $15,000 seized from criminals to pay startup costs for the system.
Essentially, that comes out of our forfeiture account that we have when we take on organized crime. You know, when we take on organized crime using the civil racketeering statute, we recover money that criminals have used or that they have gained by breaking the law. Essentially, we are taking that bad money and using it for good and for the benefit of our community.
Cook says this will save time and money for long term as well. And across Middle Georgia, there are now 171 COVID-19 cases. Sumter County has the highest amount with 35 cases, and their second death was reported yesterday. There are an additional 18 new cases revealed yesterday evening. Houston County is right behind them with 30 cases and their first death reported. Bibb County has 20 cases, with 5 of them just being reported yesterday. Crisp County has a total of 16 cases, and finally Lawrence County rounds out the top 5 with a total of 13 COVID-19 cases.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the pandemic situation in the entire state of Georgia. The Georgia Department of Public Health says there are now over 4,000 confirmed cases, as Georgia again seeing a steady jump in cases, mostly coming from Fulton, Dougherty, DeKalb, Cobb, and Gwinnett counties. Sadly, deaths have increased as well, yesterday reaching over 120. Dougherty County is still the only county with over 20 deaths. A further breakdown of the Peach State's cases show that a large percentage of those with the virus are between the ages of 18 and 59, with only 35% of infections in those 60 or older. And it's just about split evenly on what gender is most affected in the state, but women do make up the majority, with men being 46% of those infected.
In our nation is also rising as the U.S. edges closer to being the first country to have 200,000 confirmed cases, with New York still taking the brunt of the damage. The U.S. also passing China and France in the deaths, as the number of Americans that have died from coronavirus have now passed 4,000. There is a number that carries good news about the virus. That green number on the right-hand side of your screen shows that over 7,000 Americans have beat the virus and became survivors, and worldwide 184,000 people have recovered.
News there this morning. Well, the virus has affected people and businesses nationwide. Coming up, find out how it's taken a toll on one of the busiest airports in the world. That's next.